Casterly Rock is located on the western coast of Westeros, overlooking the Sunset Sea. It is a massive rock formation, rising high above the surrounding lands, and it is riddled with caverns and tunnels. The rock has been carved out over thousands of years into a formidable fortress and place to live. According to legend, Casterly Rock was originally home to the Casterlys, a family of the first men. The Casterlys were said to have founded the fortress on the rock and carved their home into its depths. The tale of the Casterlys is one of the more romantic but mysterious stories in the Westerosi lore. According to myth, a legendary figure named Lan the Clever tricked them into abandoning the rock, and then he claimed it for himself. Lan the Clever is considered the founder of House Lannister. The tales surrounding him are plentiful and varied, but they all depict him as a cunning and resourceful trickster. One version of the legend tells of how Lan managed to infiltrate the rock and frighten the Casterlys into abandoning it. He supposedly accomplished this by carving faces into the walls, making ghostly noises, and whispering threats in the dark, all to convince the Casterlys that the rock was haunted. Eventually, it worked and the Casterlys fled, and Lan took control of the rock. While the tales of him might be exaggerated, they do underscore the qualities that have come to define House Lannister: wit, cunning, and an unyielding power or ambition for power. And over time, Lan's descendants consolidated their control over the region and built House Lannister into one of the most influential houses that we see in Westeros. The rise of House Lannister. Following Lan the Clever's acquisition of Casterly Rock, House Lannister rose to power, cementing their position as the rulers of the Rock and all of the lands that surrounded it. The Lannisters ruled as kings, establishing a powerful kingdom that encompassed much of the Westerlands. Casterly Rock became their capital, and they expanded the fortress, digging deeper into the rock and creating a bunch of tunnels, rooms, and treasure vaults. Under their rule, the Westerlands became one of the wealthiest regions in Westeros, thanks to the discovery of vast amounts of gold mines beneath the rock. The mines produced immense wealth, which enabled the Lannisters to build fortunes and secure powerful alliances. During the Age of Heroes, the kings of the Rock expanded their power and influence, waging wars and forming alliances with other noble families. The Lannisters are said to have been involved in a number of key conflicts, such as the wars against the Ironborn, who had often raided the western coast of Westeros. One of the most notable kings of the Rock was King Loren Lannister, who ruled during the time of the Targaryen conquest. Loren was known for his ambition and his alliance with King Merx, who was the Gardener of the Reach. Together they formed one of the largest armies that Westeros had ever seen to resist Aegon the Conqueror. However, their combined forces were no match for Aegon's dragons, and at the Field of Fire, both Loren and Mern were defeated. King Mern was killed, but Loren survived and ultimately surrendered to Aegon. He ultimately bent the knee and became the first Warden of the West under Targaryen rule. This marked the end of House Lannister's rule as kings, but it allowed them to retain Casterly Rock and their dominion over the Westerlands. Though House Lannister lost its status as kings, it did remain powerful and influential under the Targaryen rule. The Lannisters continued to serve as wardens of the West, and they played a key role in the politics of the kingdoms. The wealth of Casterly Rock allowed them to construct impressive walls and fund a well-trained army around Casterly Rock. Perhaps the most famous modern ruler of Casterly Rock is Tywin Lannister, who we all know very well, who he oversaw what is often considered a golden age for House Lannister. Tywin was a brilliant and ruthless leader who greatly expanded the wealth and the influence of his family. He served as the hand of the king to Aerys II Targaryen, establishing himself as one of the most formidable political figures in Westeros. During his rule, Tywin reinforced the defenses of Casterly Rock, expanded its gold mines, and transformed it into an even more luxurious and impregnable fortress. Tywin's reign was marked by a relentless pursuit of power, and he often used the vast resources of Casterly Rock to influence politics throughout the realm. He was a strategic mastermind who placed great emphasis on the Lannister motto, "Hear me roar." So there you go. There's the complete history of Casterly Rock. I think it's one of the coolest fortresses and castles in Westeros, and I really think in Game of Thrones they did it dirty when they portrayed it, and I think it's definitely one of the coolest locations in Westeros. What do you think? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great day.